special guest, Colt. Luka, why don't you come on out here, Colt?
Hey everybody. I took a dress up for this test. Honestly, I don't even think I took it off.
So, how's the candidacy, Colt?
It's actually going. It's pretty good, you know. It's kind of tough right now. We have a pretty good candidate, not Valen. It's not Valen. Valen dropped out, but it's Freedom McCarthy. You know, pretty good with him.
Yeah. How do you feel about Jay's dropout? Were you surprised?
Honestly, I really was. I come back from being in another country and help and stuff. If you haven't heard about that,
Yeah. Have you heard
I come
about his
back
job
and
offer?
no, I haven't heard about anything. I just came back 2 nights ago, but I was when I came back, I heard the news that he dropped out from the show that I was in the other night. I was so surprised.
Yeah. I
I
was
had a
surprised
really good
myself.
candidate dropped out.
Yeah. Yeah. It was like he's going into the FBI business.
Oh,
Being head.
that's good for him. I'm happy about that for him.
Yeah. So today was a very interesting day for your candidacy and also fellow freedom candidacy. Um, is there really any big conflicts? Like, is this gonna change the way you look at him as a person?
Honestly, you know, from the other night, the show that I was in, I think he took some of the things I said wrong. I wasn't taking a stab at him, if you know what I mean. Being, I was saying the information I knew.
Yeah.
With the tunnel snakes, all I said that is that I knew that he was a part of it. I never said that he was a part of the terrorist attacks or anything.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, that's been going around like crazy. People have been saying
Yeah.
that they're gonna take him to
And
court
then
for that, and also other crimes.
and then he turns it around and blames it on me. It's totally unacceptable. I've been in different countries. How can I have anything to do with this?
Yeah, I mean, you weren't even here the day that the terrorist attack even happened.
No, but I was out of the country figuring out factories because I might building more factories in other countries to make my company more worldwide.
Well, that's good for you. That's very good. Um, so, how's it been? I mean,
Oh, it's
you have Sam McFarland, you have Machinima. I mean, sorry, Tyler Prochak. Excuse me.
that's his nickname. We all call him. It's all right.
How do you feel about their candidates?
Honestly, with Tyler, he hasn't been doing so good. You know, he's I honestly, not to sound mean, but I honestly think he's basically done for.
Yeah. I
And
mean, the people
Sam,
just aren't liking him.
kind of the same thing with Sam, but at the same time, you never know, he can pull it back.
Yeah. Yeah, definitely. Um, so I have something that I want to say. Um, this is gonna come out kind of crazy, but on the mention about the tunnel snakes and everything,
Hmm.
um, Freedom McCarthy asked me before the Chinatown attack, and he asked me if I wanted to join the tunnel snakes.
Oh,
According to commercial break.
I declined it. I declined it. Alright, so I'm back. Sorry for that commercial break, everybody. Thank you.
yeah.
Changing the topic. So have you seen Jay Valen's new building?
Uh, yeah, I just walked into it yesterday morning.
Yeah, it's actually a really nice building, perfect placing in Metropolitan.
It is
Um,
really good. I like it.
Now we're gonna play a little game. I'm gonna say a candidate's name, and you're gonna express them in 3 words. Okay?
Okay.
All right. Let's start off with
Do
cinema.
I,
I mean
just a quick
Tyler
question
Prochet.
with this. Do I have to like explain why I said it or
Yeah.
said
Yes.
those
At the
three words?
end. At the end.
Okay.
All right. Tyler Prochet.
That's kind of a tough one. He's a great guy and all, but like it's a little bit tough to pick 3 words to describe him. The 3 words I'd probably pick are very good person.
Very good person. Yeah, that's pretty good.
But
Um.
also with that, he doesn't have the mindset and soul for president.
Yeah. Yeah. What about Sam McFarland?
Sam McFarland
This one might be a
works
tough
too
one.
hard.
Works too hard. Is there any explanation behind that?
He works too hard to take control. If you know what I
Take.
mean, you know.
Yeah. All
He
right.
wants to be all these things. He wants to do all this, you know. Yeah.
Yeah. All right. This one's gonna be the interesting one. Freedom McCarthy.
I there's a little cheat. Can I add a fourth word to that?
Yes, you may add a fourth one to this one.
Doesn't work hard enough.
Oh, dang, that's a good one. Um, any
It,
explanation?
he he's a don't get me wrong. He's a really good person. He's a good friend of mine.
Yeah.
But he's not working hard enough for this presidency.
Yeah.
He's not doing
Yeah.
the right things. He's not doing what the people want. He's not pushing himself to do what these people want and what these people need.
Yeah. I
He's
highly
pushing
agree with you
himself
there.
to focus on what he wants.
Yeah. I did a street interview with a couple of new people, and the only reason they said that they're gonna vote for him is because of his things that he's planning on doing for them. Now, I've talked for some higher class people, and they said they're not voting for him at all. He said he's not
The
going to
lower
help them out enough.
the lower the lower class people don't understand what he's going to do. He's going to raise the taxes too high.
Yeah.
With me, I have mixed feelings about taxes. And let me explain this to you. With taxes, I go both ways. I would like to hire them, but also at the same time I don't want to hire them because lowering them would make the people be able to have more money to go do things and have them be able to go do what they want to do. They'll have the money to do things. But at the
Yeah,
same
yeah,
time, it'll take money away from the government, and the government will lose money, and they'll be
yeah,
shutting down businesses, and lots of things will be shutting down, and the people won't be able to do that anymore.
yeah,
But it's
and
kind of the same thing with hiring the taxes, because with hiring the taxes, it's gonna make it's the people aren't gonna have the money to go do these things, but the government is also gonna be able to make more things to do.
yeah. Speaking of hiring taxes, he would put our country in massive debt. Speaking of
Yes,
debt,
it would.
have you heard of his problem right now?
Yeah, as he says, as he said in the talk show the other night when he was on the Late Late Show with Jeff, he said that he got rid of all of his taxes. He honestly didn't, because
Yeah,
he was $50,000 in debt, and that's hard to get back out of.
yeah. I don't know how he could
I
get rid of 50,000.
I'm gonna say this now. I was $12 to $20,000 in debt, and that took me a few months to get out of.
Yeah,
It's pretty hard to do. Even having a pretty successful, thriving business,
yeah,
it's pretty hard to do.
yeah. Speaking of businesses, he's buying out a lot. Have you heard about that? He's bought I think 3 maybe hotels now.
Oh, I'm actually happy for that.
Yeah, you know, and he's starting to sell some stuff in them, but he's saying that he only has two customers
Two
in all
customers
three.
is not enough.
Yeah, I don't know how two customers can
That's gonna
fix fifty
hit
thousand
his
dollars in debt.
yeah. Let's just say his hotels with only that is small amount of customers. His hotels are gonna
Yeah,
be shut down pretty soon.
yeah,
I
definitely.
don't want to sound like if you know I don't like to sound mean about people. I don't. It's but I
Yeah,
say the honest truth. I want the people to know the truth. If you know what I mean,
yeah,
because it's not right for it's the people's right to know the truth.
yeah, definitely, definitely. I yeah, that was a very good point. Now, I talked to somebody recently, and they said that they want to do a private investigate of the sewers just to make sure nothing's in there. Do you think that's the right thing to do?
With that, we might with that, it's actually a really smart thing to do because we could find evidence on who caused the bombing in Chinatown.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, very good point.
And that could lead
Now,
to more evidence on who started the tunnel snakes and all that, who's in it.
yeah, definitely. Now, let's just get off the topic for freedom a little bit. Have you noticed the recent decline in food that we have in our country right now?
Unfortunately, yes, I have. And uh, one thing I want to do with this is that I'm going to start producing food so that we can actually have some food in this country because this country
There's
really
just
needs
not
some
enough.
food.
Yeah, there's just not enough. The food businesses are
It's
very down,
it's bad
going
enough
down.
that we have the poor people not being able to live in houses and not being able to
Yes.
eat, and we have the rich people that are able to buy the food, not able to get food because we don't have it.
Yeah, yeah, definitely.
And
So
doing this
speaking,
will create more jobs for the people.
yeah, yeah, definitely would definitely for to help the poor get more money.
Yes.
Yeah, definitely. So while we're on the topic about helping the poor and stuff, why don't you talk about the community service you have recently done for other countries?
It was a fun journey. You know,
Yeah,
it's being
you've
seeing
been.
all these problems in other countries. It's honestly pretty sad.
Yeah,
And knowing that one little change can change everything for them.
yeah, definitely.
You bring in a bag of chips, you'll be surprised at how people fight over that.
Yeah, it's
You
just
you
it's
you bring $10, you get robbed.
yeah, yeah,
It honestly broke my heart being there, but it made me feel so much better seeing all the smiles that I made on those kids' faces,
yeah.
making them
That
houses and doing all these interactive things with them.
yeah, that sounds amazing. Well, it's been a pleasure having you on this show, and I hope you have you back
Pleasure being
again.
here.
And I just want to thank everybody in the stands and everybody at home watching, and thank you again, Colt. Good night, everybody.